Welcome everyone, welcome back to my channel. Larry and I had the opportunity just before Christmas to go to our favorite thrifting store, and this is at Vendor Village in Danville in Kentucky. So anyway, I've got a few announcements that I'm going to make throughout this video that's about the new year, the upcoming year. But what they were doing here, they had a Christmas booth contest, and that was to encourage all of the vendors to bring out all of their Christmas items. So as we walk through and look, let me know if there's something that really caught your eye that you would pick up, and I will show you at the end what I picked up for my home. We generally try to wait about every 4 or 5 months to go back and visit because things do change and sometimes different vendors. You will see that some of them are some of the same vendors. I really do hope everybody had a wonderful 2022 and had a wonderful holiday. So, what's new for 2023? One of the things that I would like to announce is that I have another channel. Some of you may know, some of you may read my community page on YouTube, but I do have another channel called Homebody Honey. And although it's been many different things, I have decided to do some of my own scenes and music because I generally love to put this up on my TV screen, and because I do it so often in my own home, I have decided to put some things together. So I will put the link in my description box below, and you can go over and check that out and see if it's something that you like to follow. Another thing for 2023, I probably will be doing some giveaways, and I'm not sure what those are going to be. I don't have anything planned, but I'm sure there will be some giveaways throughout the upcoming year. Now, as far as Home Spotlight, a lot of people new to my channel are here for the Home Spotlight, so this is what I have planned. Some of you have requested that I do some winter. There isn't a whole lot of homes that a lot of people take down their Christmas decorations, and if they're like me, this is the time that I sort of like to let my house sort of breathe, get ready for the spring, start doing some cleaning before I do my spring decorating. So there isn't a whole lot to offer you in the winter for home tours, although spring is just around the corner and I'm fixing to kick off my spring home spotlight here in just a couple of weeks. So get ready for that, and we'll go right into summer, fall, and then back to Christmas for the upcoming 2023. Another thing that I would love to thank each and every one of you who has commented throughout my videos for the year, those that have watched my video, those that have given me thumbs up on my video. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I appreciate that you take the time to leave me a comment or give me a thumbs up. It does help my channel, and I appreciate each and every one of you for being here. So I'm looking forward to the new year, 2023, bringing you lots of home spotlights, my own home decorating series that I'll do each season. So I'm looking forward to all of that. Okay, now that we got all of those announcements out of the way, let's go ahead and get into some thrifting. This little train here, I seen this and I thought, oh, how this must be rustic and old. $24.95. But actually I seen another one on the other end of the store, so they must have been mass produced, but I thought how cute that would be out on the porch, but not for $25. Sometimes some of these items in the booth are a little bit pricey, sometimes even more than what you would pay a retail price if you was looking online for these items. Now this linen caught my eye. I thought it was hand stitched, and it was actually painted. It was painted on this tablecloth. But from a distance, I thought it was something that was stitched. The dough bowls, I was looking for dough bowls to add to my collection, but these were a little on the pricey side. And this little Frosty, you can tell he's pretty vintage. He looked like something maybe you would have seen sitting on someone's front porch back in the 70s. And I didn't get the price on that. I didn't get a lot of price. I just sort of went through looking for something that I might want to put in my home for the upcoming new year. So I remember people making these like cinnamon rolls or faux food. I think it was pretty popular maybe back in the 90s. Correct me if I'm wrong or let me know, but it seemed like everybody did a lot of the faux food and set it in their kitchen, and it looked so real. These adobos caught my eye, but just from picking them up, none of them were real wood, and I thought they were a little overpriced. Now, one thing about this vendor village, if you like chickens and roosters, whether they're metal or ceramic or otherwise, you will find lots and lots of farm animals at this thrift store. Now, how many of you have seen this set of canisters sitting on your grandmother's counter? Or maybe your mother owned one. Okay guys, coming up here at the top, there's two pieces of long wood with the little wheel on the end. I asked my husband if he knew what those were. I knew what they were. Let me know if you know what those are. These old crutches in the corner caught my eye, and I thought, boy, how sore could someone's armpits be? There is no padding on those things whatsoever. Besides the Longaberger pot up there that matches my set I found at a yard sale, another item caught my eye in this booth. And I couldn't quite figure out what it was. It looked like little tiny flower pots in a wire basket. It looks like one might be missing. They are like a terracotta pot. But guys, they're napkin rings. Surprising, huh? In this booth, I spotted the jadeite, the cup and the saucers, but when pulling them out of this cabinet and looking at it, they wanted $25 for one cup and saucer set. So I don't know, guys. Let me know, is that the going price, or it just sounds a little pricey for me? But I thought how nice those pieces would look in the spring on my hutch, because I do love the soft green color. But for $25 a set and just two, I don't know. I think I'll just pass on that for now. Another item in this booth that caught my eye was the snowshoes. And I'm not sure, I didn't price them. I don't know how much they even are new, but they wanted $95 for the set. But I thought, for the winter time, how cute those would look around the fireplace or even on the front porch. There was a lot of signs in this booth, and this was a little ridiculous. $40 for this sign. It's cute, but not for $40. I think that's really overpriced. But anyway, there is quite a few signs that I looked at. Now in this booth here, guys, I just wanted to share this with you. I did a tutorial on how to make a bow, and they had all different kinds of bows ready for the holiday, which was adorable. But I showed you how to make a bow, and I'll put that link in the description box if you want to make your bows. You can make them for spring or any season. But for the small bows in this booth, they wanted $5. These bows didn't really have a tail to them, or they didn't have a mix of colors. They were just one color made into a bow. So yeah, $5 for the small ones. I didn't price the larger ones. In this booth, I kept looking at this little sleigh, thinking maybe I could do something with it for the holidays. But also in this booth, this little red stool caught my eye, and one of the reasons was that it set lower than most stools. So I don't know if that was sort of custom made. and the red would definitely go for the holidays. I still take the time to look at the rolling pins. I'm looking for some different ones to add to my collection. And as long as it's not overpriced, this one was sort of a really fat round one, but a little overpriced. I can't remember what the price was. And this basket hanging up on the wall here confused me. Now, I know a butt basket, but does anybody know what this one's called? Like I said before, really cute metal signs, but way overpriced. $22 for the peppermint one, and I think they wanted just as much dollars for the gingerbread one. So yeah, not interested in those prices. This high chair caught my eye because there's a picture posted in the front of it that this thing actually folds down to like a desk, a play desk. I don't know. It don't look too safe to me. When entering this booth, these two pieces of linen caught my eye. I thought they were very pretty, although one had a hole about as big around as the end of my pinky. So I passed on that one, but I did pick up the other in this booth. We were looking at that old sled. They wanted $15 for it, and I didn't know if it was something my husband wanted to work on, but this sled, I guess it's a sled, guys. Let me know. We've never seen anything like it. It's got a wooden seat, and it looks like a sled, I guess, for the snow. It's got something Broncos. So I don't know if this was something built by somebody here in Kentucky or if these were actually sold. But let me know if you know anything about that sled. It looked like it was aluminum with a wood seat. Coming up is a couple of old barrel planters, and I just thought, I love how rustic these things are. If I had a garden pathway, I would love to have something like that setting out in my garden area with maybe a little dwarf tree growing in it. Very rustic. And some of these planters I thought also would look great in a garden, you know, as you're walking along the path. But these were a little pricey. And I didn't price the barrel ones because it wasn't something that I was going to pick up that day. In this booth, somebody was selling their Hallmark ornaments, and it looked like they had been picked over and picked through. But I was more interested in this little red wagon. And although I already have one that I bought from last year, this one was from Sears, but I just passed on it because I already had one and it's not something that, I want a whole bunch of. I'm not collecting them. Are you guys ready to see what I picked up? It wasn't a whole lot. Now, when my husband spotted this number 10 crock, we couldn't find the price. It was sort of turned around down inside where we couldn't see it. So the lady up front, the manager, had called the guy that runs the booth, who owns the booth, and he said the ticket was inside, which it was, and he was asking $75. And I was going to take it at 75, but she said, would you take any less? And he said 70. So we got it at 70. It doesn't have any major cracks in it, so we're very pleased to get that to add to our collection. Now, this fruit basket, I don't know what it generally was used for, if you guys know. My husband said you'd have to have some pretty large fruit, and I told him I would make some and stitch them and put it in there. But actually, what I was thinking, this basket was just perfect. I got it for $3, and I thought I could fold some linens for spring and add it in my kitchen or on my hutch. When I spotted this cutting board, I knew it was going to be a nice one. It's made in Italy, so I did a little research, and this brand, this particular cutting board, would sell for about $80 to $90 online. The reason that I wanted this was to set in my kitchen because on my quartz countertop I can't set hot things, and I don't like to set my crock pot because it heats up, and I just do not want to ruin my countertop. So I thought this would be great to sit there under my crock pot when needed, and also it would just look great. But I fell in love with it. I got it for $15. The next two items is some tea towels that I found. It's a set for $12.99. So $6.50 for each one. One says Country Life, and the other one is Farmhouse Blessings. So I love this for my farmhouse kitchen. So I'm definitely going to display these in the spring or summertime. Do you guys remember seeing these? They were the little flower pots. They actually have a hole in the bottom. I thought, how cute would these be in my spring setting, either on my hutch or on one of my shelves in my kitchen. The last item that I picked up was one of these little linen spreads, and the other one had a hole in it. They wanted $6 for each one. I picked this one up. I thought for the spring how nice it would be just to spread this out on the center of my table and add a floral vase and just something so simple. So I went ahead and picked that up. So I'll get it cleaned up and you'll probably see it in my spring display coming up for 2023. Thank you guys so much for being here. Until my next video. Bye.